What's up, Lakers fam? I hope you guys are off to an amazing new year. Now, you guys know what time it is. It is the end of the week, which means it is time for our mailbag Q&A. You're watching Lakers Report by Chat Sports, all things Lakers. I'm your host, Hannah Kulik, aka Laker Han, and like I said, today we have a Q&A. So as always, every week I ask you guys to send me in questions via Instagram and my Twitter. So if you are not yet following me, definitely make sure you go give me a follow on my social media handles. My Instagram is at HannahRoseKulik and my Twitter is at Hannah_Kulik. So that way you can participate in the next Q&A. Like I said, we do these weekly and I would love to have you be able to send in a question. Always love to hear what you guys have to say about our purple and gold. And also, while you're at it, I want to remind you guys to please hit that subscribe button down below. If you are watching this video and you are not yet subscribed, just go ahead and subscribe. We've got so many awesome videos coming for you this year. I am so excited, so I want to make sure that you do not miss a single second of it. But anyway, I asked you guys again to send me in questions. As always, you all sent me in such awesome questions, so I just want to get right into it. So starting with our first question here today, we have a couple actually kind of regarding Kyle Kuzma. So this first one is from @InForFit. Do you think Kuzma will be traded because of his trainer's comments? And then another one, a very similar from @Scotty_A_MMA. Should Kuz be traded now? So first, in regards to what Kuzma's trainer Clint Park said, the comments against LeBron James, saying that he didn't work hard after that Christmas Day game, just kind of saying that Kawhi is obviously the better player because you can tell he's been in the lab, whatever, just kind of caused some unnecessary drama. And in the beginning, you know, I was very frustrated by this, as I'm sure the whole Lakers team, a lot of Laker fans were, but again, it wasn't necessarily Kuz saying anything bad about LeBron. And at the end of the day, you know, Kuz said that he apologized to LeBron and he said, you know, listen, I can't control what another man thinks, what another man says, but obviously I don't feel that way. So right now, I think everything is fine between the two. They appear to be friends. They appear to be on good terms. Kuz was at LeBron's birthday party. Everything seems fine in regards to them. Now, in terms of should Kuzma be traded because of Clint Parks' comments or just in general, definitely not because of Clint Parks' comments. Again, that's not how Kuzma feels. He can't control what someone else feels and what someone else says. But in general, I just don't even want Kuzma to be traded. I understand he has not had the best start to this season. Definitely had a little bit of a rocky start. But again, he's been struggling with injuries. He hasn't been fully healthy. He says now that he is finally feeling back to 100%. I really want to give Kuz the time to be able to kind of prove that he can be that third star. I've always rooted for Kuz. I'm a big fan of Kyle. So I want to see him develop into that third star and really be consistent. Now, of course, we're just going to kind of have to wait and see how it all plays out. But I don't want to trade Kyle Kuzma, and I really want to give him until about the NBA All-Star weekend before we can really assess how his season has gone, because again, so far his season has really been plagued by a lot of health concerns and injuries. So no, I do not think Kuz should be traded, and no, I definitely do not think he should be traded purely just because of what Clint Park says, because again, it has nothing to do with what Kyle Kuzma says and what he believes. Alright, now moving on from Kuz and talking a little bit about Darren Collison. I knew you guys were going to have a ton of questions regarding him, but these particular questions, the first one is from @SolomonKingCali, and he asked, could the Lakers get Collison? And the second one is from asking who would be a better fit. This one's from @Raphael56281, who would be a better fit between Collison and Crawford. So in terms of can the Lakers get Darren Collison, obviously a few days ago when Adrian Wojnarowski announced that reportedly Collison is thinking about coming out of retirement and joining either the Lakers or the Clippers, I know everyone went crazy, myself included, because over this past summer, before Collison announced he was going to be retiring, I really wanted the Lakers to get him. I've wanted the Lakers to get him for a long time now. You know, he played for UCLA, he played for Frank Vogel back in Indiana. He's a point guard. The Lakers could really use him. He's also a 39% career three-point shooter, so he could help us out in a lot of ways. Now, if the Lakers are necessarily going to get him, I don't know. Again, we have to wait and see if he does really decide to come out of retirement. Now, if he does, I do think that the Lakers have a really good chance, a big advantage over the Clippers. Again, just because, you know, he already played for Frank Vogel back in Indiana. I know if he were to come out of retirement, it's because he wants to win a championship, and I think that he knows that he would have a big role with this Lakers team because they desperately do need another point guard, ball handler, shooter. So I think if he were to announce that he is going to be coming out of retirement, I think the Lakers do have that advantage in getting him. Now, in terms of whether I think a better fit is Darren Collison or Jamal Crawford. I'm going to go with Darren Collison. Again, he's only 32, so he's younger than Jamal Crawford. The Lakers definitely need a point guard, another ball handler, which is exactly what Darren Collison is. Like I said, also, he's a 39% career three-point shooter. So I'm definitely going to go with Darren Collison over Jamal Crawford. But of course, Jamal Crawford is a great shooter as well, streaky, a little bit older though. So in terms of those two players, I'm definitely picking Collison, but I'm curious, what do you guys think? Who would you rather have on this Lakers squad if you can get Darren Collison or Jamal Crawford? Which one would you prefer? If you'd rather have Darren Collison, type D down below. If you'd rather have Jamal Crawford, type J down below. But definitely both those players are good shooters, so they could really help. But I just think that Darren Collison is able to kind of check more things off the checklist that the Lakers really need over Jamal Crawford. At Trey HA72, what are the chances of landing a JJ Redick, or is there anyone having the same streak shooting, like a good shooter, I think is what he means, that could possibly be acquired to add shooting for us? So in terms of trading for JJ Redick, that obviously has been a rumor that apparently the Lakers could potentially be interested in JJ Redick, obviously because he's a great three-point shooter, and as we all know, he's kind of ending the near of his career, and he really does want to be on a championship contending team, and that's obviously what the Lakers are. So it's definitely a possibility, but if we were to trade for JJ, it would be at a really heavy cost. It would honestly require that KCP probably denounces his no trade clause, which I'm not sure if he's going to want to do. We would have to trade multiple players. It would probably also involve Quinn Cook or Troy Daniels, maybe a future draft pick, Talon Horton-Tucker, Jared Dudley. It could really be kind of a big package. So I don't know if the Lakers are going to necessarily want to do it, but it definitely is a possibility because, again, he's a great three-point shooter. He wants to come and play on a winning team. So those things really add up and could potentially lead him to come and join the Lakers. But again, would be a big package, and I don't know, but it definitely has been reported that it is at least a consideration, something that the Lakers are considering and has definitely been kind of put out into the universe. Now, in terms of not signing JJ Redick or trading for him, other players that we could trade for, this is kind of a tricky question. Obviously, there have been a lot of reports talking about potentially Robert Covington coming to the Lakers, the Lakers making a trade for him, for a couple of other players, but I think the Lakers' best bet, honestly, is just kind of waiting to see this whole buyout market and which players become bought out by their teams. Potentially, like, obviously, we're all waiting for Iguodala to see what happens with him in Memphis. Jamal Crawford, like we mentioned previously. So I don't necessarily even think that the Lakers desperately want to make a trade. I think that maybe their plan is to kind of just wait and see what happens with the buyout market. But definitely we do need shooters, so I think that's going to be the Lakers' #1 goal if they are looking to kind of add some other pieces, which I think they are looking to, and I think they do need to do, is to add some shooters for sure. Okay, now this next question kind of ties in with that. It is from at MMAO22. What trade do the Lakers need to make before the trade deadline? We need depth. So yeah, necessarily, like I said before, I don't necessarily even think that the Lakers have to make a trade. They could also just wait and see what happens with the buyout market. But something that I know the Lakers are prioritizing, like I just said, is shooting. We've obviously really been struggling with finding that kind of consistent third scorer, that consistent offense besides LeBron and AD. And if the Lakers want to compete with the elite teams like the Clippers, who have Lou Williams coming off the bench, scoring 30 points a night, they're going to need to have some consistent shooting and some guys who are kind of coming off the bench and more of the role players who were able to knock down their shots. So definitely shooting three-point shots is going to be a priority. And then, of course, obviously, a wing defender, a small forward. So that's why Iguodala would be a great fit. But again, just going to have to wait and see what happens with that. Wait till kind of February. But I don't necessarily even think the Lakers have to make a trade. I think they really could just wait and see which players get bought out, because I'm sure we're going to see some more players be cut from their teams who could really have a good role with this Lakers squad. So especially we got to wait and see what happens with Darren Collison, because that could be an awesome pickup. Definitely something that no one really saw coming, but would be a storybook perfect situation for the Lakers. So yeah, we could get a player via trade, but also I think maybe the buyout market is something that we're more kind of paying close attention to, and that would be our #1 preference. Next question is from @Luda_Wooksy. Can the Lakers adjust for potential star players in the future? So I think this question you're asking is just like, do the Lakers, are they going to be able to sign a star in the future? So as of right now, most of these players who are on the contract right now. A lot of them are on 1 year, 2 year deals. So we're going to have pretty much full cap space really besides Anthony Davis, assuming that he re-signs with us back in 2021. So, and that is of course the year of when Giannis is going to be available. So I think, and I think a lot of people can agree with me, that the Lakers plan is to really be able to go into the year 2021 free agency that summer and have a complete full cap space besides having AD and be able to pair Anthony up with Giannis. So I think, yes, obviously we have really kind of been playing it safe. We have a good plan moving forward. We're going to have some cap space available because a lot of our players right now are on these short-term contracts, and also, you know, a lot of these guys besides KCP and Danny Green are on kind of smaller contracts. They're not making a ton of money. So I think our big goal is to have this team for the next year or so, and then the year 2021 go ahead and sign Giannis, which I believe is going to happen. But I want to hear from you guys. Do you guys think that the Lakers are going to sign Giannis in free agency in 2021? Do you agree with me and you think yes, or do you say nope, not really? Let me know down in the comments below. But I think Giannis and AD is for sure going to happen, you guys, and I'm just going to put it out in the universe. Now, we still have a few more questions here that I'm going to answer today, but before we do, I want to let you guys in on a very exciting promotion that one of Chat Sports' sponsors is offering us Laker fans. So if you like sports betting, you want to bet on your Los Angeles Lakers or another NBA team, or really just any one of your favorite sports teams, then you're in luck, because BetDSI is the internet's #1 sports book, and they are offering us an awesome promo code to go and play and bet on your favorite sports team. So all you have to do is go to chatsports.com/bet, enter the promo code Lakers120, and you will get 120% deposit bonus money to go and play, bet on your favorite sports teams. Who does not want to start off this year earning some extra cash? And BetDSI is definitely helping us do so. So huge shout out to BetDSI for this awesome opportunity. Definitely make sure to take advantage of this great discount, guys. But let's get into a few more of your questions here today. Okay, let's see what else you guys have to say here. So this next question is from @ZachMaster. When is Boogie coming back? I heard he's shooting around and looking to come back in February. I don't think DeMarcus Cousins is going to be able to come back in February. I do think he may actually be able to come back this season, but if he does, it would be closer to the playoffs. I have found it very interesting because he has been at pretty much every single Laker game. He's even been traveling with the team, which I know in the beginning when his injury was originally announced, no one thought he was going to be able to play this season, but I think it is looking like he is going to return, but I definitely don't think it's going to be February. I think that's definitely a little bit of a long shot. I think it would be closer to the end of the season or come playoff time, but I do believe that Boogie is going to be able to eventually come back and play for us this season, which would be awesome. Obviously, it was really exciting when the Lakers did sign him. He was supposed to be kind of that X factor for us, that third star, kind of, you know, that dark horse, but guy could really make a big contribution. It was very frustrating and very sad when he got that knee injury. So definitely want DeMarcus Cousins to hopefully be able to come back and play for us this season and finally wear that purple and gold after it's been rumored for pretty much his entire career that he would be a Laker. But I don't think February is a realistic mark. I haven't heard that he is going to be coming back that soon. I think if he was coming back that soon, it would have kind of already been announced and there would be more talk about it. So I think DeMarcus will come back eventually for us, but I think it'll be closer to the playoffs. Now, this final question that I want to get to today, I'm going to answer one more, is from @Manny Lakeshow 96, and he asks, how many more wins can we get in the next 10 games? So personally, I am Laker fan, so I may just be a little bit biased. So I kind of think that the Lakers can win pretty much every game, but I know that's not really realistic. These next 10 games, though, we do have some winnable games, but we also do have some hard games. You know, we play the Dallas Mavericks again, we play OKC, we play Houston, so we definitely are going to have some tough games, but I think ultimately the Lakers are able to win pretty much any game they ever play. We do have the best record in the Western Conference, second best record in the entire league. As long as they play hard for a full 48 minutes, I think they can beat any team. But again, it is going to be, we do have some kind of tough games. Playing Dallas again, which is never fun. Kind of over playing Dallas already. I don't want to see Luka for a little while, but unfortunately, not the case. We got to face Chris Paul with OKC again, and then of course, play Russell Westbrook and James Harden with the Houston Rockets. So I think I'm going to make a little bit of a prediction. I'm going to go out and say that the Lakers are going to be able to go 9-1 in these next 10 games. Maybe a little bit of a long shot, but I'm always going to remain positive. But let me know how many games you guys think the Lakers are going to win in these next 10 games, and also let me know which game you are most looking forward to. That is going to be it for today's mailbag Q&A. Thank you guys so much for always sending in such awesome questions. I really appreciate it. I love filming these mailbag Q&As, and I always love to have to hear what you guys have to say about our purple and gold. So if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a double thumbs up. I really want to get this video to 500 likes, so that would be awesome. And then until next time, Laker Hand is out. Bye guys.